Hey guys, what's up? And today we're going to be talking about distorted memory again. Now, before I was thinking too simple. I was thinking too complex, and now I think I've got it. Now, I was an idiot for not simply just reading the writings on the wall. I don't know why I didn't do that, but they were like a lot fatter than the notes, so I should have seen them. But before we start this video, remember to watch the other videos in my theories playlist, so you know a lot more about what's going to happen in Chapter 12. Minitoon said that he's going to be delaying Chapter 12. I love how he says ahoy, but he's delaying Chapter 12 only because he has to move houses. Yeah, I understand, Minitoon. I understand. If I was a game dev, I would have done the same thing. As the exact same thing you did, except I'd rephrase. Because rephrasing is a powerful tool, and I got the blue key card. So, basically guys, what I'm here to talk about today is what distorted memory is again. So, I mean, I think I've cleared distorted memory so much that, like, it's blinding me. Like, I think I've made the screen too bright for distorted memory, which is why I am doing that no more. The writings on the wall specifically say that they left you when they went to volunteer. They went to the hospital to volunteer for something or something like that. It goes along the lines of this. Oh god, very, my bear, it's bear alert. Basically, we know specifically that the story starts in the house. Now, crap. Okay, I got a fat Dr. Brown bear chasing me. Over here. Wait, where'd the potion bottles go? Yeah, right here. 3 potion bottles for the pig family. The storyline, we aren't introduced yet. The story starts here. In the hospital, where Mr. P was trying to make a cure for some sort of virus. And it was apparently spreading around to everybody. Everybody that got infected with the virus had to, and I mean had to, get the potion, because Mr. P supposedly figured out how it works, and he gave it to the pig family and said that you're one of my test subjects. If this goes wrong, I'm deeply sorry, or something like that. Oh, I didn't even... What? That's just absolutely wrong. The person in the chat's like, me eating popcorn and watching Flamingo and playing Piggy. That's impossible to do at 3 times, but basically, guys, that's not the point. So, at the beginning of the story, these 3 potion vials there, oh no, the infection vials, they get the person, they feel good at the beginning, but later, it starts to crumple on them. And basically, open, yes, and no. Okay, guys. Alright, guys. So basically, I think on the writings on the wall it says when they went to the hospital to volunteer, they came back, but while you were asleep, they weren't the same. Alright, makes sense. Now, after that, it says, now you relive that night every time you sleep. Distorted memories actually happen. That's the thing. It actually happened. It's not fake. Yeah, distorted memories, it actually happened. It's not fake. It actually happened. It's not a dream like you think. It's the truth. It's there. It's here. Basically, we know that George Pig is infected. He's living the night while in the mall. He had the nightmare of the night of when on the first day his parents and his family got infected. And his sister, apparently. So from Creekcraft, apparently he thinks that George is infected through this big parasitic idiot right here. Now the thing about that is that I mean, so we know that George Pig is definitely infected, since the writing on the wall specifically states that he's reliving his nightmares. I didn't even know those are. And you know the stuff is his nightmares. You know what the stuff of his nightmares are. And the thing is that, oh yeah, I forgot. Stuff of his nightmares? Stuff of his nightmares? Yeah, we just have to give you an example of the stuff of his nightmares. How do I do this? So the stuff of his nightmares, since so the stuff of his nightmares, yeah, his parents getting infected. He wakes up in the mall, and then so many people think that the same thing, school, where George Pig doesn't remember any of the nightmare stuff, like the memory things. I think that he just thought of it as a dream. I think he remembers. He just thought it was a dream, and we did too. Okay, so no, what? Remix. Okay, let's eat this noob. So many people think that George Pig was infected through this ugly abomination here. He probably went through the bathroom sink already. So we think that George Pig was infected. So many people think that George Pig was infected through this parasite, and it was in the terms of the oil that lives on the ground. Well, this dude's being annoying. Oh my god. I hate this dude for being... Okay, so basically, guys, we know that George Pig's infected now. So he's been infected. But he's only half infected. We know about patient 0. George Pig is patient 0. So I think that George Pig is patient 0 because we have a note in Piggy that talks about patient 0 and how it didn't work that well. And basically, the first form of this, the inefficient way that didn't work quickly, was the inefficient way of the parasitic infection. Now, I'm pretty sure that those parasites before were seen killing the virus that was going around through everybody. Now that's why Mr. Potato thought that if he used that specific parasite, it'd work on people. But TSP, whoever TSP is, goes and switches out the parasites with a different parasite that does way more harm than good. And basically, now we know that TSP is definitely evil. TSP wanted to infect everybody. And Mr. Potato doesn't even know that he used the wrong parasites. And now then he's like, maybe if I weaken the effect, maybe it didn't work because he tells TSP, okay, we did this wrong. George Pig is a terrible example. Something bad happened to him. It didn't work out correctly. But there's been worse. The potions. Now, where did the potions come from? It was supposed to be a cure to the parasites. Yeah, I know, right? Those potions were supposed to be a cure to another cure, the parasites. Now they wanted it to kill the virus as well, but of course TSP, being the TSP that TSP is, does a bit of swip swapping and goes on a hunting mission, goes and gets some bad stuff inside the potion. And now the people get infected in about a few minutes of drinking it. Absolutely insane. Actually, a few seconds. Now, Mr. P, not knowing what happened, distributes the potion everywhere. Which is why Outpost says, I tried to make things better, but I ended up making them worse. Now, he didn't actually make them worse. TSP did. TSP betrayed. Yes, TSP betrayed Mr. Potato. Yeah, I know. So, basically, this is one of the biggest theories ever, so just to recap, George Pig was infected with the virus. The parasite only made the effects of the virus unnoticeable, but made And they're supposed to give a specific virus, that parasite that would cure the virus, but killing the virus and potentially harming a few cells, that normal cells. But of course that didn't happen. TSP didn't want any cures going around. TSP switched out the parasite with ugly little parasitic piggy, otherwise Parasy. And then they used the small parasite on George Pig, and it only made it worse. Now, they didn't use it on George Pig first, because George Pig went back home safe. It was the rest of his family that he used, except for Penny. We've never seen Penny's face so far, so we don't know if Penny's infected. But we do know that we don't know what the flip and who the heck okay, the pig in the beginning of House, there was the little brother skin for the pig, and there was the piggy skin that would spawn. Now, at the beginning, for some reason, it was the little brother skin. Don't ask me why. But it was because it was meant for the player skin to, like, you know, the player skin was supposed to be piggy, because at that time nobody had any other skins. It was only piggy. They had the other skins, it's just that everybody was too noob for these skins. So that's what I was thinking. Then they got a few effects from the good parasite that TSP switched out from, because you know, Mr. Potato didn't know. And right after that, TSP does it again. Yes, because every single time in a note where she needs to gather supporters, aka test subjects, all of this crap in the mall, the note says she needs to gather supporters. TSP is a female. No male character is relatable with TSP. TSP is a female. Now, since TSP is a female, as every note in the area laid by Mr. P has related to a female. Now, when TSP writes, TSP is very incognito. TSP never tries releasing her gender, but any notes laying around for Mr. P that he didn't sign because he was in a rush, well, those notes didn't work out well because he revealed the gender of TSP in them. Now, after that, of course, we meet, you know, Mr. Potato. Now, I think TSP just may be the remote controller I've been thinking about. That remote controlling bro? That's TSP, not a bro, it's a girl. So we've been acting as TSP this entire time, which is scary to think about, but yeah. So when you're a player, you're TSP, and you're controlling some, you know, you're controlling the potion-infected thing. Now, of course, you can't control your pig, control the parasite. They can. But the potion must have had, remembered TSP, this girl, she must have had a lot to do with this. She must have probably made the potion herself and gave it to Mr. Potato. Mr. Potato, being the idiot he is like, oh, thank you so much. Whatever TSP is. Whoever TSP is. You don't know her real name yet. There's a theory going around that saying that TSP could be Penny. I'm not so sure about that theory, but it kind of makes sense. No, do player. No, okay, these noobs chose spot. But after that, it was the potions. Yeah, and in the school we meet, I think that so we weren't feeling too well after, the school. I think that the parasite must have been lurking in a few lockers, and maybe the parasite could have been lurking in the sewer water. This is also something that Creecraft thought of, but well, it kind of makes sense. And I mean, basically, yeah, basically, oh my god, I almost thought you were Piggy. Okay, so basically, we now know that the remote controller is TSP. So, then again, what is her real identity? Like, what's her first name, last name? I mean, if we were lucky enough, we could know her maiden name. Though I'm pretty sure she didn't marry anybody yet. Moving on from that. Yeah, this sewer water right here may have given us some of the... Oh god, 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 oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, I think that the parasites may have been lurking around in the gym as well, because I mean, it's a gym. Why wouldn't there be ugly things inside a gym? Some people like leave sweatbands back there, and I'm like so disgusted when people do that. But at least we don't have to worry about going to the gym anymore. It's a lockdown, and I don't have to see any more. Why is this always locked? Okay, so after the potions, we know that. So after the potions, we know that. After the potions, CSP uses her remote control or whatever she uses to take some form of control over the victim who drank the potion's body. Now, after that, what Mr.P didn't know is that it could be spread through forms of aggression such as attacking. Yeah, you know what I mean. TSP did that as well. So TSP, she rigged the entire cure, and it's been going under Mr. P's nose. Mr. P did do things wrong. He made very big mistakes working with TSP, one of his greatest failures, but we all do at one point. We need to stop Mr. P, but see, the search for survivors went bad, and now I'm locked in this room with some crazy animal on the loose. Yeah, that's funny. So, the search for survivors went bad. Now I'm locked in this crazy room with a crazy animal chasing me. The animal is, the Madame Gazelle, and basically, this is a note for Bunny. I think with this note that barely anybody's been paying attention to, she was linked with Pony&Zizzy at one point because they also came to look for survivors. So in the end, since we know that Pony wasn't a bad thing, oh my god, since we know now what distorted memories is, how George Pig got infected, how the potions and the parasite are different, how they work differently, and how we can, just build on this theory. I mean, it's going good so far. There hasn't been much things against it. I don't see much wrong with it. And the chalkboard in the school, it's apparent. I've deciphered it. I mean, others deciphered it for me on Reddit. And like I did with Outpost, I read what it said. It said, it basically, rephrasing it, I'm not in control of my body. I cannot control my body, basically. someone feels as if they're doing stuff for me. Remote control once again. And to top it all together, since we now know that from just playing a simple map in school, then have read it all, Bunny was part of Pony&Zizzy's thing, and Bunny got infected with the potion because Mr.P thought it'd be a cure for the parasite because the parasite like went loose in the house. I think George Pig may have been a breeding home for the parasites, and then it went crazy in the house. And just to top it off, Mummy and Daddy Pig and the third pig that drank it, I don't know who the third pig is anymore. I mean, we know that Penny isn't infected yet. We don't know who the third pig is. And that's definitely not TSP, because TSP is definitely not infected. TSP still has a sense of knowledge. Unlike these crazy animals roaming around trying to kill anybody in their sight. Now guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This got pretty long, pretty quick, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like this video, share it with your friends so they all know how Piggy's going to end, because I've been theorizing for a while. This is a very unstable theorization video, but theorization is not all about stability, so don't be that person who just hates on a video for like gathering more knowledge and then saying that, bro, didn't you already know it before? Well, I mean, you could have included it in a later video. Well, there's no point in taking up more storage in my computer, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my theories and how Piggy's going to end. Make sure the notifications are not personalized. I mean, nobody wants personalized on your notifications. I mean, don't you want to see every episode? So, if you haven't already, watch the previous episodes in my theories playlist, which is going to get uploaded on. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you next time, guys. See you guys later, and bye!